ZeroTrusted.AI's dashboard. So first of all, anything you need to understand on how to set up Zero Trusted AI for your AI, LLMs, your agents, your vector databases, anything like that's right here. There's a quick guide. This includes in-depth videos and even all the API calls if you're setting up your own secure agent. So you can visit that. If you want to configure different types of large language models, whether those be third party like ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok, or maybe you want to do first party, and this is probably one of the more important parts of this platform because we deploy in the cloud or on premise or hybrid. So a lot of our customers like to use that on premise. They want to do very secure or sensitive operations with their AI and how they train it or give it context. So this allows you to configure those first and third party. We've also got people that have set up large language models with third parties to evaluate whether their models are working correctly. So this gives you kind of a hybrid connection. Think of us as a secure middleware between those. You can invite new users to use the platform, and obviously, you can set them up with any kind of security or privacy settings you would like, but also you can integrate your Active Directory if that's what you want to do. So if you already have policies on different sets of groups or users, you can put those in here, or you can set up specifically for your AI user base. Secure Playground, that's the place where we're going to go when we want to be able to interact with the model. So the same thing, it looks a lot like ChatGPT. You interact it that way, only you can run multiple models. It is very good at finding hallucinations, data drift, inconciseness, and you can also train your own data there. And then we have the AI assistant slash RAG. So that allows you, retrieval augmented generation, fancy word for we allow you to create a secure RAG agent. So it's contextually aware of your work. You can build your own documents, and we have a capability, and I'll go in depth later on that, but where you can literally build it based on a persona or an agent that you reach out to different tools and you tell it what to do, how to do it, and you set up those authorizations. And what's really cool about our RAG model compared to others is that because we're built with zero trust, architecture, we literally allow you to deep enumerate the model even before you quantize the model. So we can look for PII, PHI. We can look for different known security vulnerabilities in your model and tell you ahead of time. Not only that, you can build those agents internally so that they never go outside your network with your sensitive data. AI health check, that's our ongoing monitoring capability. So if you run a lot of static or dynamic, vulnerability or code analysis tools, this is similar because you're scanning your AI components like your large language models or your agents. But the big difference is we try to enumerate internally the model itself. So we're looking for deviations when the model starts acting up based on how you trained it. We look for data drift. We look for, even changes in the model and how it's responding to the data that you're uploading. So we, validate input tokens and output tokens in real time, and then over time we monitor that agent or that large language model. User settings, this just allows you to set up all your governance, risk, and compliance settings that you would want. What standards are you following? Are you following the risk AI management framework? Maybe you're following MITRE. Maybe you have PCI DSS, SOC, whatever your security and privacy requirements are, you can click in there and automatically set that up. And then AI detection, copyright, and plagiarism scan. So this is so you can actually upload documents and see, did AI create this document or this image? Is there any copyright risk in me releasing this, or was it just completely plagiarized, right? So that you kind of know what's you're sending externally before you do so if you're using these AI models that were trained on other people's data. So we want to know that. Um, Audit and logs are pretty straightforward. That's where you're going to know what all your users are doing and your agents, right? So it could be AI agent, it might not be a human, but what tokens are they using? What API calls are they doing? What type of security privacy reliability and AI ethic violations are they having? And our system likes to catch those ahead of time and kind of jump in front of them so that they don't actually become an incident. But what are we seeing with your AI architecture? Safeguard keywords, those are keywords that obviously you want to be restricted. So, for a government, customers will understand this. They might name a program like Rainbow Unicorn. And Rainbow Unicorn might mean that it's a special missile that they're developing. And all their engineers are working on Rainbow Unicorn, but no one's allowed to know it's called Rainbow Unicorn. So, if someone accidentally uploads a bunch of these documents and there's an aggregation attack with the model, all of a sudden it sees, wait a minute, I know what Rainbow Unicorn is. So if you ask them what Rainbow Unicorn, it's like, oh, it's this, this missile. We don't want to give that up, so we automatically safeguard those. And you can create dirty word lists too. Anonymized keywords, same thing there. What's considered sensitive? Is it social security numbers? Do you have HIPAA or high tech health type words that you don't want to go outside, but some words are allowed to? So you can set up those anonymizations of those, especially when you're talking about like PII and PHI. And if you don't worry about that, don't worry about it. But it's just person personally identifiable information or personal health information. If you're in Europe or the US and you need to protect that data, we can anonymize it so the models never actually get that sensitive data. And then LLM settings. What are you going to use the LLM for? And so we let you dig deep into the model itself and say, are you going to set it up with security, privacy, reliability, and AI ethics? Or are you just looking for reliability and or are you looking to make it your AI judge? Because we have an AI judge that will review and look for consensus across multiple models. So this is where you just come and set those third party and first party models up, and it's pretty easy to use.